here we go. 14, 12. I don't know what his feedback is. We have to get that fixed. 90.1 FM, WJOU. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube right now because we have our special guest. Hey, y'all. Come on in here. We are waiting for you at Praise 90.1 FM, WJOU on Facebook and on YouTube right now because we have a special guest in the studio, none other than Pastor Debleaire Snell is here with us this morning.
It's Fearless Friday.
It's
I'm
Fearless
in the house.
Friday.
In the house.
And you're here to talk to us about all the wonderful things that are going on at Oakwood University Church this weekend and the rest of the month as well.
Oh, yeah.
So you got some exciting things happening this weekend. What's happening tomorrow?
Yeah, so we actually have
today.
a full weekend of things.
Okay.
So again, we're celebrating Black History Month. And so a part of it is our youth. They're going to be really celebrating the Black love experience. And I think a big part of the reason for this is I think that there are times where we don't start having conversations with our kids until they are young adults.
Right.
Or they begin to make critical mistakes in the way they interact with members of the opposite sex.
Right.
So the Young Love Conference starts tonight at 7 p.m. With what they call a paint and punch, where the young people and the teens, and this is just for the teenagers, they're just going to have a coming together where they paint, they're going to have a roundtable discussion, and they're going to just begin answering questions because one of the things is, and I have a teenager.
Yes.
This world has always been filled with misinformation, but it was limited to kind of like your cousin's your older brother. But like, man, through YouTube and just the virtual portals, you can get a lot of bad data. And we're wanting our young people to learn about relationships here at church. And then tomorrow morning, they're going to be doing an outreach at Bridge Street where they're going to be going out, passing out roses to seniors and folks.
Say more about why that is so significant.
Yeah, so essentially one of the things we're trying to do is take the context of love and put it in the context that God ordained. So again, we focus almost exclusively on eros, which is romantic love. But really, God has called us to an agape love experience with one another. And so we're trying to broaden and enhance their definition of what love is. And part of it is showing it through service.
Wow.
So we're going to be doing that as a
Bridge
part
Street,
of their, at Bridge Street.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning around 10 o'clock.
Nice.
And then at 11, our youth are going to have their youth church. That's in the Business and Technology Building Auditorium here at Oakwood University. And then they're going to have lunch together. And then that afternoon, there are going to be a number of different workshops and seminars that's just going to be talking to them about how to maintain friendships, how to have interactions. We're going to be answering their questions. They're going to be talking about kind of pitfalls to avoid, about, the danger of getting serious too soon. And so it's a really, really important thing. Pastor Kimberly Mann and her team, the youth ministry team at the church, they're going to be overseeing it. So if you've got a middle schooler or a high schooler, you need to make sure that you go to the Oakwood University Church Facebook page, go to our website, get your teen, your middle schooler signed up. This is going to be some things that's going to be helpful for them. And there are times where somebody asked me this week, is this age appropriate, so on and so forth. And I'm just, and there's that caution, there's that that kind of anxiety because of fear of what they're going to learn. But in the book of Hosea, the Bible says, my people are destroyed by lack of knowledge, not because they have too much information. Matter of fact, some of us are in the situations we're in now because we didn't get the tools. We didn't get the equipping. We learned these things from television, from the world, only to realize that's not real. And so we kind of came to some bad conclusions. And so that's for our young people. And then tomorrow morning, at the church during our divine worship service, the University Church, we're going to be celebrating Black history. Each week has a different emphasis. So we're focusing on our history as a people. I'm going to be talking on the subject, the Rolling Stones.
Oh, wow.
And,
Papa was
yeah.
Not that one.
No, not that one. But we're going to be talking about Joshua's memorial stones.
Okay.
From Joshua chapters 3 and 4. And I'm praying that's a blessing. And then in the afternoon, and I think you've seen this presentation before, there's going to be a dramatic presentation
this
put
is
on
tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow afternoon at 5:30 by our sister Danitia Jones. I mean, and this is not hyperbole when I say that. I've seen it twice. And it's a stage play called Where the Timelines Meet. And if there is anybody listening that values our experience, our history, because there's this interesting thing about history. Solomon says in the book of Ecclesiastes that there is nothing new under the sun.
Right.
What has been will be again. And I think that this play is able to really personify that principle, because the truth is that when you look at some of the things that probably happened during the civil rights movement, some of the conversations that were being had then, you know, those things are still having to be said and communicated now, because the timelines are still overlapping because there's nothing new. So that's going to be tomorrow evening at 5:30 p.m. If you're, you know, it doesn't really matter. This is not age specific. It's not race specific. If you value history, if you're of an African American descent and you value our history, if you got a young person, a child, a grandchild, young adult, this is something that they need to be a part of, and that's going to take place tomorrow evening at 5:30 p.m.
And there's no registration or anything.
No,
all this is free.
Just show up. Just show up. Now, for the youth thing, you do need to go to the website and register, just so they can make room for your young people. They're going to feed them after service, and they want to make sure they have enough space for them, so they can still do that. But in terms of, you know, tomorrow morning service, the play in the afternoon, just show up. Just, you ain't got to dress up. You ain't got just show up. Just show up. Just show up. I promise you're gonna have a wonderful time. And then we'll conclude the day. Just, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. I want to say to any husbands, maybe you have not made plans yet. So listen, I got a contingency. We got a parachute for you, and your wife won't even know.
Wow.
Tomorrow evening for the adults at 7:30 p.m. There's a program called An Evening of Rhythm and Romance. It's an adult celebration of love. It's going to be a great time of fellowship. The attire is after 5 attire, so it's not like, you know, full banquet attire.
Formal,
you know, but
formal.
You dress up a little bit, put your swag together, and
nice. Kind of nice date night.
Nice date night kind of activity, So you do have to register for this.
Oh, you do?
So again, you go to our website or to the Oakwood University Church Facebook page, then you will see a link there where you can register. It's $25 per couple, less than you would spend if you were at the Cheesecake Factory or Olive Garden or anything like that. And there's a meal included. And it's going to be games. We'll be fellowship with other couples. We're going to dress up. There'll be pictures, music. It's going to be just a really, really good time. And so, and again, you know, Valentine's Day, but again, part of it is we just want to celebrate the Black love experience. And again, we celebrate love no matter what your hue or no matter what your heritage. But I think in our community, because of some of the pathologies that affect us, I think there's a need for us to affirm it, to acknowledge it, to celebrate it, and to kind of really show our young people what's possible.
I love this whole weekend because it just covers every age group, every age group from the teenagers, the middle school kids, all the way up to the seniors, getting out and doing some outreach. Just a wonderful event coming up for the whole weekend. So again, just run through the times and when things will be happening, so our listeners can make sure they make plans for tomorrow. And if you're on Facebook right now or YouTube, go ahead and post a question if you got one. We can take at least one. All right.
So this is it. So if you got a young person, middle schooler or high schooler, the Young Love Conference starts this evening with a paint and punch. That's going to be this evening at the Oakwood University Church at 7 o'clock p.m., 7 to 9. And that's teens only. Then again, they're going to be having our youth church. That's going to be at 11:30 a.m. in the Business and Technology Building here at Oakwood University. Lunch is going to be served after that. And then from 3 to 5, there are going to be some church conversations where they're going to be talking about things like, what is he or she thinking? Am I really in love? Navigating the friend zone, social media, are they wife or husband material, and talking about toxic relationships. These are things that our young people are dealing with. And so if you've got a teenager or a middle schooler or a high schooler, this is for them. Tomorrow morning at 11, I'm going to be talking about the subject of Rolling Stones in our Divine Worship service. But tomorrow afternoon, 5:30 is kind of like the peak of the day. We want everybody to come together at 5:30 for the stage play. And again, I need you to know when we say 5:30, we don't really mean 5:45.
Right.
We don't really mean 5:50. If you know our sister Dee, the doors will open at 5. So you need to come on in, get your seat, wherever you want it to be, and then we're going to hit it right at 5:30. It's going to be about an hour and 15 minutes. But I need you to know you will not be disappointed. It is one of the best stage play presentations. You're going to laugh, you're going to cry, you're going to reflect, you're going to reminisce, and you're going to think. And then for those who are adults, and you just want a little pre-Valentine's
outing.
Yeah, an evening of rhythm and
Got you
romance.
covered, got you covered.
Yeah. That's going to begin at 7:30 p.m. and that's going to be over at the Shack at the Community Health Action Center.
Okay.
It's going to be a great ambiance, great time, after 5 attire. Go to our website or to our Oakwood University Church Facebook page. You will see a link and an advertisement right there where you can get signed up.
All right. Well, we thank you for coming in today, Pastor Snell. I know you got all the information. All of our listeners got all the information for this weekend.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here. We'll play this again at 8:30. Thank you so much. Right now, outside, we've got rain out there. We'll see y'all later. We've got rain out there in the Tennessee Valley, and it's going to stay that way all day today. And here's Captain Nick now. He has an update on the traffic, and we've got some situations happening out there as well. So listen up. Captain Nick, how's it looking?
May have 4 vehicles involved.
All right, folks, they really can't hear us when I turn my mic on, but bye.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it so much.
You are welcome.
Yeah.